All right, we're recording.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, everyone.
Welcome to the pre-recorded Half-Noon News.
Yeah.
We're going to be busy on Friday, so we are coming to you early.
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, hope you had a great 4th of July. So we're talking today about championship meets. We have, how many championship meets do we have this year?
Like 6. C champs, West Texas champs, American Long Course champs, zones, futures, tags,
Mini pre.
mini pre.
7 different championship meets. Plus, we still have one more with our senior level kids that are sectional qualifiers.
Oh, so sectionals counts as a championship meet.
Sectionals, well, yes. It's not a season culminating championship meet this year, but yeah. So 8 more meets to go, and we just want to talk about all the different meets and where your kid should go. And if you have questions about where your kid should go, please reach out to your coaches. There is, even though some of the deadlines have passed on the website, we have a little bit of flexibility built in where we put your guys' deadline a couple of days before our deadline to submit entries so that we get a chance to make sure our entries are squared away. So if you missed something, I'm not guaranteeing you could reach out, but if you missed something, reach out to your coach and see if there's a chance to get them into the right meet.
Yep.
So next week on Wednesday, I leave with our sectional level qualifiers, and we will be going down to Austin. They're going to be doing kind of a shortened version of the meet this year, but that meet is, again, not those kids' last meet, but we're still headed to UT. We're going to be racing. This meet's always really fun because there's a lot of college kids at the long course sectionals, and so it's really neat. They get to see some of those. I think last in 2021, when Carson Foster didn't make the Olympic team in the 400 IM, at this meet, he swam the 4 IM, and he swam the time that he swam was faster than what won the Olympics a month later. So if that tells you how fast people swim at this meet. It's a very fast meet.
Yeah.
So we are leaving on Wednesday for that, so we're excited. Coach Luke is going to be helping me the last part of the weekend, so if he's missing prim practices, it's because he's down there with me. So okay, next Saturday we have C champs.
Do you think this will look backwards on there?
I don't know. We'll
it looks backwards there, right?
We'll stick with our plan, and
geez.
this will be a learning experience. No, we've used whiteboards before.
Yeah.
So why don't you talk about C champs and who is eligible to go and who should go? What's the purpose of this one?
So C champs is our championship meet for all of our non-B level swimmers. Just where everything landed this summer with West Texas champs and especially us hosting zones. We wanted to give our kids a chance out of town, our non-B athletes, to have a championship meet. And that'll be in Lubbock, July 13th. So it's everybody for Dev 2 and up who does not have at least 3 B times. If you have 1, you're still eligible to go. If you have 3, we don't want you to go because you'll have a full meet at West Texas Champs. And at this meet, you can't swim an event you have a B time in also. So like you're not allowed to even swim those events, but you can swim events you don't have B times in. So if you're watching this video, I'm actually submitting those entries today. So the deadline's already passed for this one. But we've had coaches reaching out to people. I think we've just even added a couple more today before Friday. But we'll have Coach Julia up there. She'll be your point of contact for this meet. There's no team travel, so we'll just see you up there, and some information will be coming out.
One day you don't need a hotel. You can drive up and drive back if you want.
Drive up, just be a morning session meet, and then you'll drive back, and we'll be all done.
Yeah. So get some PF Chang's. Okay, next up, July 18th.
Tags.
Through the 21st.
Okay, so this is the fastest meet in the state for our 14 and unders. We actually have 20 athletes qualified for it this year, relay swimmers and all.
Awesome. And side note, we won the bid to host this meet in the spring.
Yes. So really big state meet, and we're really excited about it. This is the biggest team I think we've ever taken.
The biggest, I remember when I was coaching age group was like 16 or 17, like when Mikey and them were 11, 12. Yeah, so this is a big deal.
Yeah, 14 is really good. I think we almost have a relay in all 3 age groups, at least one relay.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. So tags, that will be Coach Luke, He'll be your point of contact. As we go through these meets, you will not see my name on any meets as the point of contact. If I coach you, I will be talking to you about entries and stuff like that. But as far as the itineraries and stuff like that, reach out to the coach point of contact. So for tags, everything goes through Coach Luke on that one.
Yep. Coach Mike's no travel date has passed with
Yeah.
the twins coming.
Yeah, even to Lubbock.
Yep.
And I think this is a good, like, what we believe in our culture.
Yes, yeah. I was talking to my athletes about this morning.
Yeah, so, I've been coaching my athletes all season, right? I've been at almost every single practice unless something happened. And when this happens every season, when I tell them, hey, I'll be at this meet, not this meet, or here, not there. And some of them are like, what? You're not going to be there? But ultimately, if we coach our athletes to a point where we have to be there for them to succeed,
we have failed them.
We feel like we failed at the higher levels, right? Like younger levels is a little different, but even at our developmental levels, we're teaching kids like how we teach them how to and the parents to get the numbers on the arms and how to read the scoreboard.
Yep.
Like we teach athletes how to like take care of themselves at a meet for the most part.
Also, one thing that we do a really good job of is using a common language here. Your low battery thing came on. I don't know if it'll.
Nah, it'll be good.
We have a common language. So if you walk into a swim meet and you're going to do woots, every coach calls the jumping jack series the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there is an instant communication that works for every athlete with any coach, splash all the way up.
Yeah.
So.
And there's no like magic feedback a kid's gonna get at a meet.
Nope.
Of course, little reminders with the younger kids is better, but especially as they get older, like they're ready. All the work's been done. The hay is in the barn. So as a coach, we really make sure our athletes are ready to be there, whether we're there or not. Because at the end of the day, there's 8 meets going on, and there's only a couple of us that can attend these meets. And we're going to be spread out regardless.
Yep.
But in no way does that mean our athletes are going to suffer. Just because the way we run our program, none of our coaches here are like holding on to one athlete and is like, I'm the only one that can coach this kid. If I'm not there for this kid, they're not going to do any good. Like none of the athletes are like that, and we don't treat them like that. So if you are worried about that, or your swimmer is worried about that, have them talk to their coach beforehand, right?
Yes.
We do want to help them get rid of that fear. I had one kid who was like, Coach, you're not going to be there, and we're already talking through it.
Yep, that's great.
But
okay, so tags is happening at the same exact time in Lubbock. We have West Texas champs.
Pretty sure that's going to be backwards. It's okay.
July 18th through 20th is West Texas champs in Lubbock. This is if your swimmer has B times. If that's kind of where they are on the progression, they have B times, they'll be going to that meet. Thursday night is a timed finals distance session only. Most of our team will not be swimming on Thursday, but you do need to double check. When you look at your athletes' entries on Team Unify, there is a little marking that says day 1, session 1, like that.
I'll lift it up a little.
It says it has D and a number and S and a number. The D is for the day of the meet, and the S is for the session. So D1S1 would be day 1, session 1. So that would mean you are swimming on Thursday. So if there's something like the 400 free or the 800 or the mile, that will be on Thursday. Otherwise, if your first day says D2, S2, then you need to be there ready for prelims on Friday morning. So you'll be there Friday, Saturday. There's no swimming on Sunday for this one.
Yeah. So now this meet, we have a little bit of a mixture. We have kids where this is their championship meet, like this is their last meet of the season. They have B times. But we also have some kids who, like, if they're not going to tags, they're going to be going to zones the following week. And some of them still want to compete at champs. I don't make it mandatory for my athletes to do both meets, but some really want to.
At the senior level, it's actively discouraged.
Yeah.
Just FYI, I had that conversation with the athlete this morning. It's like, hey, I'm going to be there. My little siblings are swimming. Okay, great. I'm going to send her with workouts so that we can continue her taper training phase. Once they're like past puberty and that kind of thing, it becomes way more important to make sure our training plan is honed in on this specific target date. So doing 2 meets back to back often will mess.
2 full meets back to back, especially.
Back to back will mess up their results at the the last meet, which in this case is the higher level one.
Yeah, so, swimming for a lot of these kids, once you include relays, 15, 16 races over a weekend, and then 3 days later we start a bigger meet. That's a really hard turnaround, and we would hate for their best swims to be at not the bigger meet,
right,
for the athlete. So if you're in that boat where you have a bigger meet but you're available that weekend of champs and your swimmer wants to go to it, and they haven't talked to their coach yet, whether it's Luke, Jenna, or me, have them talk to us. And we'll talk about event selection and that sort of thing. I will tell you today, we need commitments today. This Friday, we're going to need even though the meet's not for 2 weeks from the airing of this video, you'll need to make sure you're committed today. So if you haven't done that yet, please get that squared away. Shoot your coach an email, that sort of thing. But yeah, that's kind of the boat with West Texas Champs. And then that's it for that weekend. And then the following week, we have 3 meets going on. So we'll have, Jenna's writing it down.
I have 4 things on this list.
4 things? Zona Twins, nice. So there's zones, which will be at COM. American Long Course Champs will be in Garland, and Futures will be in Austin. Right now, it's Coach Legend who will be going to American Long Course Champs. Coach Jenna will be at Futures. Coach Luke and Julia will be here for zones.
Let's talk about who goes to each meet.
Yeah.
So zones.
Zones, if you are going to that meet, you've already been notified you made the zones team. This is an all-star format meet. So there's only 8, or there's 12 now. There's 12, 13, 14 girls, 12, 13, 14 boys. There's a limited number.
Across West Texas. So there will be other athletes there participating with us as well.
Yeah, so there will be some Lubbock kids on that team, and we swim together. It's, like I said, it's an all-star format.
And even though Coach Luke will be here, Luke's role this week is the meet director. Coach Julia is the West Texas swimming head coach. And then we have an assistant coach from Lubbock and
Coach Dan.
And Coach Dan, one of our coaches that we hired this summer for swim camp, who will be coaching a developmental group in the fall. He is the team captain at UTPB, really awesome guy. Coach Dan will be an assistant coach for that as well.
Yeah. So yeah, but that's zones, and that'll be here. One more thing on zones. If you need service hours, there's a ton of jobs still. I know we have over 100 families who still have service hours they need to do, and there is easily 50 spots available at this meet that you could crush it. So,
remember, if you have an 11 or older athlete, send them. Like if you're at work and you can't come help there's prelim session on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sign your kid up and drop them off. If they're 11 and older, they can help. There's what are the 11 and over jobs that are open? For sure, hospitality runner, head timer. They can't do the concession stand if they're 11, but still look for jobs on there that 11 and overs can sign up. Even if you don't need service hours and you have an 11 and over that is not in the meet, bring them, drop them off. We need help.
And the energy of this meet is going to be wild. There's going to be about 600 to 700 athletes here from all across the southern area of the states. So from Florida to Texas.
Yeah, all the way from El Paso over.
And then up to West Virginia. So all those states in between are all sending their best 14 and under athletes to this meet.
11 to 14-year-olds.
11 to 14-year-olds. So really big meet, really fast meet. Would be really fun to watch for all ages.
Yeah. Okay, American Long Course Champs is in Garland. That time, the qualifying time, so most of the people going to that are 15 and overs because it's the same time as zones, right? And so we do have a couple 13, 14s that might be attending that, but the qualifying time is around a 15, 16 double A time. Some of the cuts are just above, some are just below. The nice thing about this meet is that if you have one qualifying time, you get to swim a whole meet. And so Coach Legend will be attending that one. There is no team travel. But the deadline to commit to that one is also today, Friday, July 5th, that you're seeing this video.
Yeah.
Futures in Austin, I will be taking, we're taking 6 athletes down there. We have 3 boys relays qualified again, which is really exciting because we graduated 2 seniors that were a part of those. And so for us to be back there after losing 2 seniors is really a big deal. It's exciting. And then we have way more individual qualifiers this year than we ever have. And that meet is, again, the same dates, the 24th through the 27th.
Mm-hmm.
We will be heading down on Tuesday because their meet is a full day of prelims on Wednesday. The same with American Long Course Champs. Full day of prelims on Wednesday. Zones is a half day Wednesday.
And then the Anzano Twins, July 24th is the day.
What time?
I don't know yet.
You don't know what time you have to be there?
Maybe. I don't know it off the top of my head.
So lots going on that day, but yeah, July 24th, that's when the Anzano Twins are the last possible date for them to arrive.
Yeah.
So, and then we have one more after that. New Mini Pre Champs.
Yeah.
So, Coach Mike, why don't you talk about that one?
So Mini Pre Champs, this will be for all of our developmental athletes. So this is for Dev 1 and Dev 2. And if you didn't go to the Lubbock She Champs meet, we really want you to go to this one. Dev 1 athletes, this is your only championship meet option. So we really want to see you there. We know it's at the end of the summer, but going to these championship meets is really like the cherry on top for the season to see how much progress you've made. If you've just started the team here in July, you will be ready for this meet to go to it. So if you think it's above what you're ready for, the races are appropriate to what your swimmer can do. It's just us racing. It's going to be just like our other mini pre's, but it's for all of our Dev 1 and Dev 2 swimmers who need a championship meet. If you're a Dev 2 swimmer and you went to Sea Champs in Lubbock,
you can come to that. You
can still come to this, right? We're very pro racing here. So if you're available, you want to race, we'll see you there.
Yep. And Coach Luke and I will be in charge for that one. So if you have any questions, just send them our way, or again, talk to your coach. So,
yeah.
I think that's all the things. We will have a modified practice schedule that very last week of practices. And then team break begins August 3rd, and we go through the 18th, and first day of practice will be August 19th.
And that's it. And that's how you wrap up a season, everybody.
That is how you wrap up a season. Keep an eye on your communicator. July 14th, we'll be posting the short course practice and meet schedule.
Yep. So. Great.
Thanks, and have a great weekend.
See you guys.